This is News 3 Now at 6.
And thanks for joining us. The opponents wouldn't be familiar. The road trips might be a little longer, but a Rock County School District hopes to give its athletes something to look forward to.
Evansville schools are moving ahead with a plan to play winter sports despite spiking COVID numbers surrounding them. Adam Duxter explains why school leaders feel good about their plan.
District leaders in Evansville say they've done the research and have found it's possible for students to compete in winter sports while mitigating the risk of coronavirus. Well, it's not a done deal quite yet. Last night, they got the thumbs up from the school board to continue forward with their plan. When high school wrestling wrapped up early this year, Coach Rob Castrone had no idea how big of an impact COVID would still be having now.
A lot of us, I think, believed that this was going to be several months of addressing the issue and then moving past it.
Typically in late October, Coach and his team at Evansville High would be gearing up for the season to come. Instead, they're fighting to have a season.
We're looking at it from a position of how do we preserve opportunities for our kids.
And the coach, athletic director, and principal are all on board. They say in-person learning has been working, so with the right precautions, why not winter sports?
It's heartbreaking to see the kids, and like our athletes right now, this is hitting them, not being able to compete.
Principal Jason Knott says even if the River Valley Conference votes not to play, his school will try and find a way to schedule non-conference matchups.
We feel like here in Evansville that we owe those families and those students the opportunity to at least let's see if we can make this work.
Coach Castrone knows already even if the season happens, it won't be normal. But he says even with just a quarter of the matchups, no tournaments, and no fans, it's worth it to try.
We can't eliminate the risk, but we can certainly recognize it and then take steps to mitigate, and then we have to decide for ourselves.
Principal Knott says if winter sports do end up spreading COVID, they're prepared to stop playing. He also thinks higher transportation costs will be offset by playing a shorter season. The Milton School District is switching the high school to a fully virtual learning model. Officials say the decision was made due to a rise in cases at Milton High School and based on guidance from the Rock County Public Health Department. Full virtual instruction begins Monday and continues through at least November 13th. All athletic practices, competitions, and extracurricular activities are canceled unless they can be done virtually. Other schools in the district have not seen a significant increase in reported cases and will continue with regular instruction.
Badger football program has confirmed 2 additional staff and 1 additional student athlete have tested positive for COVID-19. This is in addition to the 12 positive cases reported yesterday. Wisconsin Athletics reserved hotel rooms for players who have not tested positive. This is an effort to prevent spread among students who live together. There's no definitive timeline on returning to in-person activities. A statement says the earliest that could happen is next Wednesday. Following CDC and Big Ten guidelines, head coach Paul Chryst can return following 10 days of isolation, which would be Saturday, November 7th at the earliest. The statement also says athletic director Barry Alvarez received a negative test result today. DHS officials confirm Wisconsin's 7-day average for new cases per day has climbed to 4,801. The 7-day average positivity rate at 27%. There were 193 new hospitalizations across the state today. 14% of hospital beds remain available for new patients. Wisconsin will get 71 new free community COVID-19 testing sites across 56 counties and 7 tribal nations. These sites are available through December 10th. They'll be staffed by the Wisconsin National Guard. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the National Guard has collected more than 700,000 tests. The new sites have the capacity to test a total of about 48,000 people per week. The funding will come from the Federal CARES Act. To find locations and hours of operation, visit the DHS website. That's dhs.wisconsin.gov.
Still cooler outside tomorrow, but how about this weekend? Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti.
Well, as you mentioned, tomorrow will be cool, but we'll warm up on Saturday, turn colder again on Sunday, but turn milder as we head into much of next week. You can see a visible cloud track, lots of clouds today across the state. Not much in the way of any sunshine, but Doppler track shows very little precipitation across Wisconsin, a couple of sprinkles out over Lake Michigan, some light snow showers to our north and west across western Minnesota and the eastern Dakota. quotas, but those will fizzle out before they reach us. Low temperatures this morning were in the mid to upper 30s. Current temperatures are in the 40s south and west of Madison, in the middle to upper 30s from Madison on toward the north and east. But wind chills right now make it feel like it's in the upper 20s from Madison to the northeast, and then the lower 30s over southwestern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning, we should look for mostly cloudy skies overnight. Temperatures will drop to about 26 by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will turn partly sunny, but still cool with a high of 42. We'll climb into the mid-50s on Saturday and drop back into the upper 30s on Sunday. I'll have more details on the rest of the forecast in a few minutes.
A man facing charges for aggravated battery and reckless injury in a Janesville incident from April of 2018 has been sentenced to 4 years in prison. Dennis McNeil pleaded guilty to shooting his girlfriend 6 to 10 times, hitting her brother with the back of a gun, and striking her daughter with a candlestick holder. Court documents say McNeil was using crack cocaine at the time, and today McNeil testified that he struggled with mental illness issues and had blacked out at the time of the incident. Victims, including the girlfriend who he shot, spoke on behalf of McNeil, asking the court to sentence him to probation only.
Dennis is actually, if you knew him, he is such a beautiful man. He has just got the biggest heart in the world. I know he had a mental breakdown. I grew up with mental illness in my family. I should have been aware of it. I know his heart just breaks for what happened because I know he loves us all very much.
McNeil was sentenced to 4 years for the aggravated battery charge and 2 years of extended supervision, plus a consecutive 15 years of probation for the first-degree reckless injury charge.
The head of the Wisconsin Republican Party says hackers stole $2.3 million from the party's account that was being used to help re-elect the president. Party chair Andrew Hitt says the party noticed suspicious activity a week ago, contacted the FBI the next day, which Hitt says is now investigating. He says there's, quote, no doubt the theft puts Republicans at a financial disadvantage in the final week of the race. An FBI spokesman declined to confirm or deny an investigation, citing policy. More than 1.5 million people have now voted in Wisconsin as of today. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of people still have to get their ballots back in. If that sounds like you, Amy Reed joins us now to explain the advice the Elections Commission wants you to know. Amy?
The main thing they say is it's too late to drop it in the mail. That goes for if you still have to request a ballot too. Today is technically the deadline to request an absentee ballot by mail, but USPS estimates that takes 7 days, so you wouldn't get it until the Thursday after the election. Instead, they suggest finding another way to vote, or if you already have your ballot, turn it in person.
Now that we have less than 7 days, voters need to consider another method to get those ballots back to the polls on time to be counted. So either dropping them off with your clerk's office, bringing them to the polls on election day or to your central count location on election day, or utilizing a drop box in your community.
Elections Commission Administrator Megan Wolf said the MyVote website has options listed for you to return your ballot, so you can look up what's best for you. There's always the option of going in person either early or on Tuesday, which you can do so long as you haven't returned your absentee ballot.
Amy Reed live tonight. Amy, thank you.
Governor Evers says an estimated 400 citizens, soldiers, and airmen from the Wisconsin National Guard will assist election officials as poll workers on Tuesday. Guard personnel have played a key role in Wisconsin's last 3 elections. The state called for their assistance due to a critical shortage of poll workers in the state during the pandemic. They'll report to duty on Sunday for training and receive their assignments, then go through site-specific training on Monday and assist with setup. The fact some of the reddest and bluest parts of the country are both found in Wisconsin makes it a place to watch closely on election night.
Known as a purple state, there are some counties to pay particular attention to. News 3 Now's Naomi Coles explains. Naomi?
Eric, the state is home to 23 pivot counties. Those are counties that voted for former President Barack Obama twice and then flipped in 2016 to Trump. Many are found in western Wisconsin, but one a little closer to home stands out. Sauk County has, with its vote, correctly predicted 9 out of the 10 past presidential elections. There's also another community to watch that represents Wisconsin's conflicted political history.
Mineral Point, closer to Madison, one of these municipalities that, again, swaying from Obama to Trump, but in 2018 kind of showed a mix in terms of voting for one way for the governor candidate and one way for the Senate candidate.
And more broadly speaking, areas to keep an eye on for turnout and results include Milwaukee suburbs, the Fox Valley, and of course other pivot counties. We'll be tracking all of that come election night and beyond.
Naomi, thank you. Democratic nominee Joe Biden will visit Milwaukee tomorrow, and today the Biden for President bus tour made a stop at Madison's Labor Temple. State Democratic leaders discuss what's at stake in the election. They say that includes, quote, restoring the soul of the nation. Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes said this is the most important election in our lifetime.
And it's more than just the Biden-Harris ticket that we're voting for. People are voting for health care at a time when we're in the middle of a public health emergency. We're voting for our environment at a time where the people in the current occupant of the White House, I should say, it's taken every opportunity to roll back environmental protections and has no regard for climate change, won't even acknowledge that it actually exists, much like the pandemic.
Barnes emphasized that this will be a close race, so people need to show up and vote. He also encouraged people who are voting in person to follow health and safety guidelines to keep themselves and also poll workers safe. Tomorrow, Ivanka Trump makes another stop in Wisconsin. She'll be in Johnson Creek for a campaign rally after speaking in Milwaukee last week. She says she looks forward to discussing how her father has delivered for Wisconsinites and lists protecting farmers, cutting taxes, and advancing school choice as key points.
Coming up next at 6, Dane County leaders are teaming up with local superintendents to address the mental and emotional toll the pandemic has taken on children and teens. We'll hear how they plan to help.
During the Steinhafels Employee Family Price Sale, everyone is invited.
Even me?
Yep, even you.
Et moi?
We.
Oh, mwah.
We might have to talk about.
Steinhafels Employee Family Price Sale. Save 40% store-wide on the largest selection of in-stock furniture at the guaranteed lowest price.
Not even one lesson.
And how you can protest. Let's turn off the noise and look at the facts about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's government-run health care plan. Their plan could lead to hospitals being closed, put Medicare coverage at risk, and give benefits to illegal immigrants. Their plan is just too dangerous for seniors like us. No amount of noise will change that. Learn more at seniorsbeware.com.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Attention homeowners, we started with 50. Now we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a kitchen upgrade. Mad City Kitchens is your trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Avoid a lengthy remodel, stay under budget, and get a beautiful modern kitchen in as little as 2 days. Our design consultants make it easy and fun. Mad City Kitchens is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. 30 homeowners who call now will receive special savings on a kitchen upgrade with 75% off labor, 60 months 0% interest. Plus, receive a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. We'll compensate you for your time. Call during this program for a free $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. COVID-19 is hard on all of us, but it may severely affect your child's mental and emotional health.
That's why Dane County and local school districts are teaming up to address those needs. And Brady Mallory shows us how. Brady?
Well, if you think about it, children and teens have gone through extreme changes. Many of them haven't had a traditional school year in a while. Well, being away from friends, teachers, and their normal routines can add up to a lot of stress. That's why Dane County and local schools are launching a mental health work group. The goal is to better address the mental and emotional health needs of students in the area. Part of it will be getting these resources to teens and children wherever they're at. The superintendent for Middleton Cross Plains says this is an important effort.
We are hearing from our students that they are dealing with issues related to isolation, loneliness, of course, grief and loss.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says they're hoping for more federal dollars from the CARES Act to further boost the effort to address mental health. but they say they'll do it regardless. Previously, the county and districts launched school-based mental health program called Building Bridges.
All right, Brady, thank you. According to the City of Madison Clerk's Office, 66% of registered voters have already returned their ballots or voted in-person absentee. For those who plan to go in-person on Election Day, we're asking local clerks what you should expect to see. That's just ahead at 6. And still cool for tomorrow, but the sun should warm things up by the weekend. Gary will have your first warn forecast. That's next.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
Now's the time to get the beautiful modern kitchen you've always wanted with custom cabinet refacing by Mad City Kitchens. We'll turn your old, outdated kitchen into the kitchen of your dreams in as little as 2 days. Right now, 30 homeowners will save with 75% off labor, plus 60 months 0% interest. You'll get a bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase, and call during this program to receive a free gift with your in-home estimate.
If you elect me, your taxes are going to be raised, not cut.
What does that mean for you? Household incomes down $6,500 a year. Higher gas prices at the pump and utility bills at home.
And here's how it works. I'm going to raise taxes.
Small businesses pay more. 5 million jobs lost.
You're going to get a tax raise.
An economy in ruins. That's what Joe Biden's tax increase means for you.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
He's our independent voice who answers to no one but us, Todd Novak. Todd Novak is working across the aisle, passing the bipartisan COVID-19 relief bill, helping hospitals and communities get the resources needed to fight the coronavirus. Todd Novak is helping families, small businesses, and farmers as we work to rebuild the economy safely. And Todd Novak led the bipartisan effort to make sure our water is clean and safe for future generations. Our voice, Todd Novak for State Assembly.
It's called the greater good. At Quartz, it's what fuels our passion to better serve our members and our community. It's why we ensure easy access to the doctors, hospitals, and clinics of UW Health. It's what pushes us to invest in the name of community health and wellness programs and to find new ways to help those who need the help the most. But hey, you know all about the greater good. Quartz, health plans built with you in mind.
At Healthy Minds, we recognize these are trying times, but we're here to help. Our personalized care and expertise in cutting-edge therapies can help you maintain good balance and vitality in your life. We can help you and those you care about. Contact Healthy Minds today.
We've talked a lot about early voting, but we know there are still people who plan to vote in person on Election Day. And Jamie Perez spoke with the Madison and Dane County clerks, and she joins us now with what you can expect that day. Jamie?
Right, well, this election is happening in the middle of this pandemic right now. Even though things may look a little bit different at the polls, both of the clerks that I spoke to today said they're confident in this process. Now, the Dane County clerk and the Madison City clerk say that you can expect to see social distancing, masks, and the appearance of long lines just because of that social distancing. Poll workers will be processing absentee ballots all day while they also assist in-person absentee and curbside voters. The clerks tell us that all the equipment has been tested and poll workers are trained to troubleshoot.
We did test the equipment last Saturday at the public test to ensure that each piece of equipment would be tallying the votes correctly.
We have extra equipment deployed in the field. They're always tested. We test it, the individual clerks test it.
Both clerks said they're confident that they are as ready as they can be for next Tuesday. Now, coming up tonight at 10, I will have a full overview of what the clerks want you to know before you show up at the polls on Tuesday.
All right, Jamie, thank you.
The ice castles in Lake Geneva will return this year with safety precautions. Visitors will notice a reduced capacity and social distancing, as well as a face mask requirement. Tunnels and crawl spaces will be clearly marked as one way, so there is limited face-to-face contact with other visitors. Ice artisans will begin growing and harvesting up to 10,000 icicles each day, beginning in late November, and then start construction on the attraction. If weather permits, the castles will open at the start of the new year. Seems like it's a long way off, but it really is just around the corner, Gary.
It's still a little too mild to start worrying about having ice sculptures, at least around here. In fact, next week should be pretty mild. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Tomorrow, temperatures will stay in the lower 40s, so it'll be another cool day, even though we'll see a little more sunshine. Then as we head into the weekend, it turns windy. Winds are out of the south on Saturday. Temperatures jump up into the middle 50s. And then Sunday, those winds switch around to the northwest, and temperatures drop back into the 30s. But as we head into the middle and latter parts of next week, look for high temperatures in the 50s to near 60 beginning on Election Day Tuesday and probably lasting through next weekend. Post-tropical storm Zeta over Delaware right now. This storm has been racing to the northeast. It is weakened, but still moving east-northeast at 55 miles per hour, so the fast movement alone means the potential for wind gusts to 65 miles per hour. Most of the rain is well ahead of the center of circulation out over New England, and this storm will move into the Atlantic Ocean, merge with another weather system, still remain very strong wind-wise, but it'll lose its tropical characteristics and be mainly a threat to shipping in the Atlantic Ocean. You can see the moisture from Zeta already pushing through New England, but it's kind of merged already with a weather system to the west, which has brought some showers back into the Ohio Valley. Most of this activity is to our south. It's been close enough to bring us some clouds. Next weather system also spreading some clouds into Minnesota with some light rain and snow showers. Those should fizzle before they reach us, but that's actually with a surge of milder air that will reach us on Saturday. You can see on the surface weather map there's a warm front over the western Dakotas, and to the east, high pressure is located across the upper Midwest, keeping our temperatures on the cold side. As we zoom into our part of the Midwest, temperatures are mainly in the 30s to lower 40s. The really mild air is farther out to the west in the western Dakotas, and that should be in here on Saturday, at least for a day. Temperatures compared to 24 hours ago, though, are down about 10 degrees through much of central and southern Wisconsin. Now, on future track, notice the winds out of the north and northwest overnight into the day tomorrow. But then as we start to shift into tomorrow night, notice the wind shift back to the south and southeast. And on Saturday, those winds will be pretty strong out of the south, and that, along with sunshine, should get temperatures up into the middle 50s. Then a cold front comes through Saturday night with a wind shift. There might be a sprinkle or two of rain. Skies should cloud up for the trick-or-treaters but that are going up, but I don't think it should amount to very much. By Sunday, the winds shift around to the northwest, and those temperatures drop right back into the upper 30s. So for tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 42 degrees, still on the cool side, but at least we'll see some sunshine. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, get up to 54 on Saturday, down to 38 on Sunday, and then as we head into the early part of next week, those temperatures back in the middle 50s by Election Day Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday could be up around 60, and we'll be well into the 50s all the way into next weekend. The next chance of rain, some showers and thunderstorms by Sunday night of next weekend.
And just ahead in sports, can slowing down Davante Adams be done? While the Packers make the answer no for opposing defenses. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
How often does Todd Novak vote with Republican Party leadership? 100% of the time. That's right. Now he votes 100% of the time with the Republican Party. Novak voted with his party leadership to protect polluters and let insurance companies cut coverage for people with pre-existing conditions. Novak said he would be an independent voice, then sided with corporate special interests 100% of the time. Todd Novak has changed. He's not working for us.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we live where you live, so we know that to get the job done right, you need quality gear. And right now, shop great low prices on top brands of workwear, footwear, and more during our fall workwear event. Like this closeout women's Dickies flannel, half price, $10 off all cat work boots. And gear up for hunting season with these men's waterproof boots, only $89.99. Buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. You don't even need to get out of your car.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Attention homeowners, we're looking for 30 homeowners who need a custom kitchen upgrade. Cabinet refacing by Mad City Kitchens improves the look and feel of your kitchen without the hassles and high cost of a full remodel. From cabinet doors and drawer fronts to countertops, kitchen islands, and more. Create your perfect kitchen design and we'll install it in as little as 2 days. Remember, Mad City Kitchens is passing along special savings to 30 homeowners who call now. Receive 75% off labor on kitchen upgrades with 60 months, 0% interest. You'll get the bonus $100 Walmart gift card with purchase. And last chance to call during this program for the free $50 Amazon gift card with your in-home estimate. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, have your zip code and location ready to qualify. Call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Wisconsin weather can be frustrating. Get the latest forecast, alerts, and detailed traffic reports from the News 3 Now team. Download the Channel 3000 Firstborn app, sponsored by Group Health Cooperative, and be prepared for anything headed our way.
Friday morning will be a few days away from the election. We'll tell you how local companies are making sure everyone has a way to get to the polls.
And we take a closer look at how rural hospitals are handling the growing number of COVID cases in our state.
We'll see you Friday morning.
The positive test number for the Wisconsin football team is going the wrong way. Yesterday they were at 12. Today they confirmed 3 more, 1 player and 2 staff members. That's 15 total since Saturday, 16 overall in the program. Meanwhile, Nebraska still trying to play somebody, and they're going about it the complete wrong way. Instead of asking permission with the Big Ten first, they just went to Chattanooga and came up with a deal. The Big Ten Conference said, definitely not. Now remember, before the season started, the Big Ten said this would be a conference-only schedule too. The go-to guy for Aaron Rodgers is Davante Adams, and everybody knows it, including opposing defenses, but they can't seem to stop the two from connecting, especially the Vikings. In his last 3 games against Minnesota, 34 catches, 378 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Mike Zimmer knows what's coming, but he can't slow it down because the Packers have number 17 line up all over the place to create one-on-one opportunities that he always wins.
Davante is such a versatile guy. We can put him on either side, any position in the slot like we have been doing, like we did last week. I think that's what makes it most difficult, is to be able to keep up with the various formations that we have.
He's a focal part of our passing game, and we're always going to put him in position to be the guy. But, there's things that teams can do to take a guy away.
There's not a lot we know about the Badger men's basketball schedule. They are playing Marquette on the 4th of December, and it appears the Big Ten ACC Challenge is on, and Louisville is coming to the Kohl Center. But the schedule still has to drop. When that will happen, well, my guess is as good as yours. And because the Badgers don't know who or really when they'll play basketball, it doesn't really feel real yet.
Yeah, it's pretty weird, up in the air. It doesn't really feel like we're necessarily going to be playing right away. You don't know exactly what's going to happen here at COVID, but just in practice every day, going hard right now just to make sure that we're ready, because we know what's coming. We're going to have a really tough schedule, playing a lot of really good teams. You got 20 Big Ten games.
I'm kind of sick of this waiting for things to happen.
I mean, this teaches you to live day by day. That's all you can do.
I'm not really good with patience.
Yeah, neither am I. Here's Gary with a final check of your forecast.
I'm patient. I'm looking for some clearing. You can see it from the Platteville-Quebe radio skycam, maybe a little bit on the far western horizon, but temperatures right now, lower 40s over southwestern Wisconsin, already in the 30s here in Madison, where wind chills are down to around 30 degrees. Look for a high temperature tomorrow of around 42. We'll warm up to 54 on Saturday, drop to 38 on Sunday, and then be mainly mild for much of next week.
All right, Gary, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.